Hello, my first graders. Today we are on lesson 8.7 in our math book. That's page 473. So if you're not on page 473, find that page and hit play when you're ready. All right, tens and ones. So today we are going to be adding just like we've been adding before, where we have a 2-digit number. It's usually pretty big, and then we're going to add 1 to it. What we did before, right, on our last lesson, was we were looking at 2-digit numbers, right, adding ones to it. And what we found is that sometimes we have a lot of ones and our number is too big, so we have to make a 10 out of it. So today we're going to be doing the same thing, except for you're going to see that some of our numbers are even bigger. So watch as I model this problem for you. Cameron has 30 old stamps and 25 new stamps. How many stamps does Cameron have? Okay, so we are going to look at our numbers. So he has 30 old stamps and 25 new stamps. So we want to see all together how many does he have. So that means we have a plus problem. So our problem is 30 plus 25. Okay, that's the problem we're working with today. So what we're going to do is we're going to model that out. Well, our first number is 30, and I'm going to write it over here. And look, they have our 10 side and our 1 side already for us. So 30, and then let's model that out. And boys and girls, you are just watching. Okay, so we have 3 10s. How many ones do we have? No ones, right? 0 ones. Then we're going to add 25. You've seen problems that go up and down like this before, right? They look like this. Now I'm going to draw out my 25. Well, I have 2 10s, 5 ones. Okay, 25. So I drew my picture for the 30. Here's my 3 10s and no ones. I drew my picture for 25. 2 10s, 5 ones. Now I need to see, well, how many do I have all together? So let me look at my 1 side. Am I okay with my ones? Yeah, I only have 5, so that means there's not a new group of 10. So I have 5 on this side. How many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 10s. So my answer is 55. Okay, so now I want to show you when we add down. Okay, and we've seen this before in some of our other problems where I showed you how we can line them up. 0 plus 5 is 5. So I can look at the 1 side first, add the ones, and I cover up this side, and I can add my 10s. Okay, 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Together, that makes the number 55. Okay, so just a reminder before I turn the page, this one had a small amount of ones, right? But what if it had a lot of ones? What if it had a lot of ones? Okay, would I be able to have that many ones? No. When I write my number in the ones place, I can only put 1 digit here, 1 digit. So think about it, ones, 1 digit. That's all that fits in the 1 spot, okay? If I have more than 1 digit, that means I have too many ones. And I need to look and see, is there a 10 in my group of ones? Can I make a 10? Just like this. There's 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, that's a group of 10. Right, and I could line them up if I wanted to, right? But I know that that's my group of 10. I made a long, and then I would have 1 left over. Okay, so we have to look if we have too many ones. If we see a big pile of ones, we always have to look and see, do I have too many? All right, so remember, before you were just watching as I was working, okay, and listening. Look at the top. It says, how can you use tens and ones to add? Now, my first graders, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to show you this a little bit different than how they're doing it. Okay, so we're going to look at this. It's going to be a little different. And part of that reason, too, is because your parents, when they were learning how to add, learned it a different way. Even I learned it a different way than what they're showing you in this book. So I'm going to show you it a little bit differently than what we have in here. So just be prepared for that. So here's the number 35 plus 38. Notice they lined them up, didn't they? Right? They made the ones and the tens. They're all in a line. Okay, here they drew their picture. 35, 3 tens, 5 ones. Okay, matches the first number. The next number is 38. Here's their picture. 3 tens, 8 ones. Okay, now, when you look at this, what do I always tell you? Look at those ones. Way too many, isn't there? Right? So when we look at this and we count all these ones, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whoa, 13 ones. That is too many, right? Here's our number 13. That's a 2-digit number. That's too many. So what do we do when it's too many? Well, we find a group of 10. This right here is the group of 10. And guys, you can just watch this for right now, okay? As I'm showing you something. Here's a group of 10, isn't it? So look what happens. Look at the number 13. In the number 13, right, there's 1 10 and 3 ones, isn't there? Right? If I did my TO chart, TO around my number 13, 3 ones, 3 ones, 1 10. Look what happens. See, when I circle the 10, right, that makes it, I circled a group of 10. That means I have one more group of 10. So when I'm adding this, right, I keep my 3. Watch what I'm going to do with my number 13, right? Here's my ones place, right? I can keep the 3, but I have to move this 1 to the other side. I've got to put it over there, don't I? I can't leave the 1 over here because this is a 2-digit number and only the 1 digit, the 3, can stay here. My tens number has to move to the 10 side. So see how I take it and I put it over here? I'm going to show you that in this plus problem over here. 5 plus 8 equals 13, right? We see it here. I see it in my drawing, but I also can put 8 in my head and count on 5 more and know that it's 13, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in my number 13, I have to split it. My 3 stays there and my 1 goes up here. So do you see how it's the number 13? Right? We take the number 13, we split it. The 1 stay in the ones place, but this 10 moves to the tens place. Okay, do you see how I split my number 13? If you look at it, 1 and a 3, 13. My ones place stays, but I have to move that 10, that 1 10, to the tens place side. Now I can add my tens. Well, I have this 1, and then I can count on, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tens. Look, and I can see it here. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. I can add that all up. So my answer is 73. Okay, and we see that in our picture. If I count all these, it equals 7, right? 7 tens and 3 ones makes the number 73. Okay, and they are pretty much showing you the same thing over here. It's just written a little different. They want you to see that when you add down, right, you had 13. 13 doesn't fit. We can't use that. So we have to add this to the tens place to make 73. So we're really not going to use much of that right now. I want you to see that when we have too many ones, right? 13, we need to move the 10 to the tens place. Okay, so let's practice that together over here. Okay, take a look at this one. 81, 14. So they want us to draw that out. So look at the first box. We're going to do the 81 in here. How many tens is in 81? 8 tens. How many ones is there in 81? 1. So we have 81. Now we're going to do our next number in the bottom part, 14. How many tens is there? 1 10. How many ones is there? 4. So make your 4 ones. Okay. Now that we've done that, right, we drew our picture, 8 tens, 1 1 for 81, 14. If you didn't get this, pause and then hit play when you've gotten your picture. So I want your picture first. Okay. Now we're going to add, right? So look what we have. 1. Let's look at our ones first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many ones do we have? We have 5 ones. That's a normal number, right? Not too big. We can have 1 digit. How many tens do we have? Well, let's count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number do we make? 95. Very good. So now I want you to look at it at this problem, how it's written going down. Let's cover up the tens place side first, okay, with our finger. We have a 1 and a 4. Well, what's 4 plus 1 or 1 plus 4? 4 plus 1 more is 5. So that goes on the one side. I'm kind of showing you what it looks like if we weren't to draw it all the way out, okay? How you would solve it without drawing it. Then I look at the next side, the tens place side. 8 plus 1 more. Well, if you have 8 and you get 1 more, 8, 9. So our number is 95. Same answer that's over here, isn't it? 95. Very good. So we added the ones place first and then the tens to make our number. Okay, so this one was okay. Let's look at this one over here. 43 plus 37. Oh, and I should tell you, boys and girls, I'm not having us work on this part, okay? I think that part gets a little tricky. So we're going to look over here at this side. Tens and ones, so 43 plus 37. We need to draw that out first. How many tens are there? Well, let's look. 4 tens. How many ones? 3 ones. Look at our next number, 37. How many tens are there? 3 tens. How many ones? 7 ones. Okay, that makes 37. So now we need to add. Let's check our ones place first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 ones. Okay. Remember, what happens when there's 10 ones? Does 10 fit in the ones place side? No, it's too big, right? It's a 2-digit number. It doesn't fit. Is there a group of 10 over here? Did we count to 10? We did. There was 10 ones, right? That's a group of 10. So what do we do? Can we leave this the way it is? No, we have to split the 10. In the number 10, how many ones are there? 0 ones. How many 10s are there? 1 10. So can we leave this 1 10 here? Do we leave that 1 10? What do we do with it? Does it stay on the 1 side, or do we need to move it to the 10s place? We need to move it. So this one is going to go up here. Here it is. We add it to the 10s place side. So we leave the 0 and we move the 1 whoop, right over there, because we have 1 10. Can't stay on the 1 side. So now let's see, how many 10s do we have now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 on 10s. So we have 8 10s and no 1s. So 8 and a 0, that makes the number 80. I want to show you on this side. Look at this. 7 plus 3. So 7 plus 3 more. 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember what we do, right? We take that number 10. We split it up. The 1 is in the 10s place. So that goes whoop, over here, doesn't it? The 0's in the 1's place. Goes down there. Do you see the number 10? How we split it up? 10 has 0 1s and 1 10. See, 1 and a 0. That's our number 10. We just split it up because there was a 10. Now we add the whole thing, right? 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. So see how we have our 80. Same answer over here because we did the same thing, right? We saw the number 10 and we said, oops, we keep the 1's place, but we've got to move that 10 over here to the 10's place. All right, now we have our number 80. All right, my first graders, I'd like you to try this one, 62 plus 23, right? Draw your picture first, 62. Draw your 23. Hit play when you're ready. Oh, and then I want you to add them. How many 1s? How many 10s? Okay, and then try it over here, right? Cover up your 1 side. How many 1s? How many 10s? Hit play when you're ready to check. All right, if you're hitting play, you're ready to check this. All right, let's look. We had 62, so we had 6 10s, 2 1s, 23, we had 2 10s, and 3 1s. Okay, so let's add this up. How many 1s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1s. That's a normal number, right? There's nothing we need to move. How many 10s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what number did we make? 85. So look, we should have added down, right? 2 plus 3 is 5. So we have 5 on the 1 side. Now let's look at our 10 side. 6 plus 2 is 8. So we had the same answer. We didn't need to move anything, right? Because our 1s were small. All right, let's take a look at our math on the spot. This is a little tricky, so we're going to try to work through this a little bit together. All right, 28 plus 17. So look what they did. They dropped the 28 down. Then they took the 17 and they split it. And they said 15 over here. So if we have 15, how many more do we need to get to 17? So we have 15, 16, 17. So we need 2 more. So our 2 goes there. So 15 plus 2 is 17. See that caret? All right. Now they want us to add, because look, they dropped the 15 down right here. So now they want us to add 28 plus 2 more. So if we have 28 and we get 2 more, 28, 2 on our fingers, 29, 30. So we have 30 plus 15. Okay, so they don't give us a lot of space, do they? We're going to line that up. You ready? Do it over here. 28. Oops, not 28. I'm sorry. 30. I messed up. 30. 30 plus 15. That's what they're having us solve right here. 30 plus 15. Because they're just showing us how they broke apart the 17 so that they could turn 28 into a 10. So we have 30 plus 15. So we're going to add going down. Start with our ones place. 0 plus 5. 0 plus 5 is 5. Right? Cover that up. 3 plus 1 more. So if you have 3 and you get 1 more, you have 4. What does it equal? 45. So what they want us to see that is that 28 plus 17 equals 45. They just took a different way to get there. They broke it down differently. All right. So my first graders, before I send you off to do a little extra practice, and we will get to this part on a different day. Okay, I'm just having us do one part at a time because I want us to practice this. I'm going to show you 28 plus 17 on a piece of paper, okay, because I want to remind us how we can use adding down, right, to help us. So watch what I'm doing because I'm going to send you off in just a minute. 28 plus 17. Okay, 28 plus 17. Just erase this. Okay, so if I was drawing that out, right, here's my 10 side, my 1 side. 28, 2 10s, 8 1s. Okay. 17, 1 10, 7 1s. Okay. Now when I go to add, I'm going to start on my ones place. Look, there's a lot of ones. So let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Here's that number 15. Okay, 15, that's way too big, isn't it? It's a 2-digit number. I can't keep all them, can I? Right? In the number 15, how many ones is there? 5. How many 10s is there? 1. What do I do with that 110? Do I leave it on the one side or do I move it? I move it. That 110 can't stay here. It's got to go on the 10 side. So I'm going to put it over here. There it is. I moved it. So now how many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 10s. So I have the number 45. 45. Because I moved that one over there. And look, if I can go back and circle, can I? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Right? And that shows me, look, that's my group of 10. I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. See, that's how I have my 5 ones. It's the same thing over here when we're adding this, right? 28 plus 7. Well, 8 plus 7. That's really what we did here. These 8 plus this 7. it equaled 15. But 15's too big to write over here, right? 15's too big. So I split it, right? I divide it. T-O. I keep my ones, right? I keep my 5 ones and I move my 10 over here. See my number 15? I split it. Now I can add down. I have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. Okay, and there's my number 45. Okay, so I want you to see this because when you're doing your extra practice today, you might find if there's too many ones, you need to split it and move some. All right, boys and girls, you're going to do some extra practice with this.